There's a bear.
No,
This is the area of the new travel lodge. Just walking along at South Parade. I don't know when the building's actually going to be starting, but possibly quite a huge site. This is, as you can see, all used to be part of the Crazy Golf. And many years ago, back in the 60s, 70s, this used to be Kiddy's Corner. This area used to be the South Parade Crown Green bowling greens. A lot of competitions taking place all the way throughout the year from June. Now once again it's overgrown. They do tell me that it's at the moment being used for what we call walking football. What else it's going to be used for, I have no idea. But once again, all them views from them guest houses on the opposite side used to overlook the bowling greens, and it used to be quite an amazing sort of place, you know, with all the various competitions, the amount of crowds that it used to generate. But obviously they probably thought it's not creating much income. But sometimes it's not all about how much income you generate, it's all about the attractions and what you can actually provide for the holiday makers. Getting towards the end of March now. Easter Sunday, 9th of April. I suppose it's what people want. It's an ever-changing time. This leads us up to a car park and the boating compound, and then onto the beach and the sea views and the wind turbines that look out into the distance. They do look like sort of Victorian windmills, because that's what they used to have overlooking the landscape. Not out to sea, but overlooking the landscape. This area here has all been sort of totally landscaped. This area just at the back here used to be a 9-hole golf course. As you can see now, it's all totally overgrown. Totally, completely changed. Another amenity along the seafront. All gone, disappeared. This is all what we call the Rocky Gardens. You can see the shelter in the background there. Well, that got burnt down many years ago with these people, you know, that was homeless. Sort of had a fire in it one night, and we came one day and it was all burnt down. And just been replaced by this pergola. Or should we say pergola?
Oh my God.
This is all part of what was the sunken gardens. Just crossing the road now to the Lakeside Cafe. There needs to be a lot of work done to that to bring it back up to scratch, you know, for the Easter season. But it looks in a fair area of disrepair at the moment. Doesn't look like anything's been done to it. But once again, a beautiful cafe. It's when Skegness used to generate the holiday makers, when all the trains and buses used to come in and fill Skegness on these day trips and that, and all the amenities that you could possibly think of was all in Skegness. This many years ago used to be what we call our little motorboat lake. We used to have the little put boats on there, the motorboats, and it was split between the rowing boats, which was divided at the bridge, as you can possibly see in the distance. Such a nice, beautiful place in summer. They have tried to create a bit of a wildlife habitat. It does attract quite a number of different bird species. And this is an area many years ago that every Wednesday night we used to have a large entertainment and fireworks display over on the island. And then we used to have what we call it's a knockout between various seaside resorts. And all of these seats here all used to be taken up by various visitors, and that. Wednesday night was absolutely amazing with the fireworks display. And once again, it's all gone. All gone. Although we can provide everything, you know, that we need for sort of daytime amenities, what we probably lack, you know, apart from the various theatres and shows, is the outdoor entertainment. I suppose with the price and the cost of everything, it's all getting out of everybody's reach, and they're not able to do these sort of things. This used to be quite an amazing venue on a Wednesday night with the fireworks and the entertainment. Everybody sat on these benches and along these steps, which used to be seating areas. This is a view from the boating lake area of all of the guest houses along the seafront. And that's got the bowling green, which now I say is played by with these walking footballers. Got a very nice view though when you're booking for a room with a sea view overlooking those guest houses. When you have a sea view, you want something that's fairly picturesque. As you can see, we've got all the sand dunes and the sea and the wind turbines in the background. This is the rear of the Lakeside Cafe. As you can see, it is all in disrepair at the moment. Not a lot there at all. As I say, such an hive of activity many years ago. Mind you, it probably still is, you know, because it's just such a beautiful place still. But it certainly needs a lot of money spending on it. But here we are, 2 weeks away from Easter, and it doesn't look as though it's had that much done to it at all. Everything is very, very untidy. It doesn't look like there's been a lot of money spent on it in many, many years. In the background there we can see the old Alcatraz. It had its roof taken off it because of the people, you know, that used to get in there, the undesirables. So they had to make it a fairly open space, no nooks and crannies, nowhere for people to hide, all just these large, big open spaces. Gone long ago is the times when people could sit in these beautiful places with picturesque views. We're now coming up to a part of Skegness along the South Parade, alongside what was the motorboat area, because it was divided up at the bridge, and then we had the rowboats the other side on the north side. And this is all the seating area, all its Victorian charm, all completely sort of disappearing. The seating area, not been touched in years. Such an amazing place Skegness is, you know. When people come and see things like this, you can soon lose a lot of your footfall. The seating area's all been taken away. The seating area's all been taken away in numerous places. Doesn't look like it's ever going to be repaired or replaced anytime soon. So now, as I say, you can see, you know, what I see. Has lost all its bench area. And as I say, what sort of time have we got between now and Easter? 2 weeks away before we start to see the first arrival of our holiday makers, although a lot of the caravan sites are now open 12 months of the year, and then there's 10 months of the year they're now back in their caravans and that, so it is starting to pick up, people are starting to arrive. Coming up to an area that used to be all part of what we call our waterfall gardens. An area of outstanding beauty where flowers in abundance used to grow. A place of peace and tranquility where we could sit down and enjoy the day. I know it's the wrong time of the season and I know the plants are not out. That's down to nature itself. But some things aren't down to nature. The untidiness of the place, the very fact, you know, that it's been neglected over the years. What can we do to alter it? What can we do to make the changes? What can we do to bring it back to the way it was? I'm not saying everything was perfect in the days gone by, but there's no need to look at things and find them in disrepair. You know, we look at the very fact, you know, that it's all about how much things cost today. You know, we've gone from what you call the Skegness Urban District Council, where it had all of its various tradesmen, gardeners and all that, to take care of everything that we see around us. memories of the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s. The times when we used to go on in the rowing boats and have such fun. Left hand side, this is the what we call the Fairy Dell. What a place many years ago that we all used to enjoy.
Oh, yes. I'd love it in there.
The centrepiece is part of Fairy Dell now. That's moved from a couple of different places over the years, and it is now in a permanent position, and it's quite a central feature for the paddling pool. This is another place that used to get absolutely chock-a-block.
It did.
It's got the areas there, you know, for the parents to sit down. As you can see, it's all enclosed off now. You know, once again, it's the times that we live in. It was all open areas and all that, and everybody used to have such fun. Mind you, they probably still can have such fun. We're going through now to an area that is all part of the Alcatraz. Sorry, Axantraz. We're now looking at the history of the fountain and the Fairy Dell paddling pool all the way from 1880 through to 2006, and you can see how it's changed now and where the actual centre feature used to be. That used to be up on the North Parade. And there was at one time, I know, it used to look as though it was positioned in the centre of Skegness by the lovely hotel. That's going back from the Second World War by the paddling pool there up on the top ridge there. There used to be gun emplacement. And I went through and down toward the Axantraz. Such an area of outstanding beauty. In a way, it's nice, you know, they've made it into a sort of like a wild bird habitat. Coming back from the areas that we've just seen, you know, this place does look as though it's quite enticing to the holiday makers and that, and where you can sit down. But as you can see over on the other side there, where the benches have all been taken away, so there's not really anywhere to sit down. And over the years this has actually all changed. The extra seating area there. Got a couple of Canadian geese there. Quite a huge bird. This is the island that used to have the fireworks displays. Used to have the entertainment where on the opposite side of the lake, people in their thousands on a Wednesday night used to come and see the entertainers. And also It's a Knockout. Skegness had its own team of It's a Knockout. They all used to compete in various sort of games on the lake. Well, the seaside resorts used to compete against each other. I wonder who can remember the firework displays, who can remember the entertainment, and who can remember It's a Knockout. This is Maria in a new hat. Smile, Maria.
Better. Thank you.
Coming up now onto the South Parade car park. What we have is what we call a pillbox. This is a World War II pillbox. This will be all part of the Skegness sea defences. This is the walkway all the way up to the end of North Parade, all the way through to an area just before the pier. It takes us back down onto the seafront. And you can see all these wind turbines out at sea. A lot of people have said, what an ugly okay. I don't think so. You know, where would we be with our utilities and with our all this electricity that's being harnessed? An area. One thing about the Bosch Skegness, it just stretches on and on. Although we can't see it because it's a bit blurred today and a bit foggy, on the other side of the wash there is Stanton and Cromer. Kiosks. This will all be open in 2 weeks' time. Time of activity. Looks like this is the playground that's actually been put up at the moment. In some areas we've got quite a number of plants out, all coming into flower. All the pansies. The early flowers. My golly, that looks a bit of a quagmire at the moment. Oh, yeah. That's not a very difficult task. Putting all that lot up. Just absolutely unbelievable. What a mud bath. Skegness Aquarium. lighthouse bar. Embassy Theatre, swimming pool area. An outdoor swimming pool. Many years ago they used to have a one that was 100 yards long and about 25 yards wide. Central part of the promenade shows a lot of main features and all that, with the Jolly Fisherman there, clock tower, various fish and chip shops, amusement arcades, and some beautiful flower beds all laid out, nicely with panthers. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Maria.
Waterfalls there.
History of Skegness. Jess Ansley, 1876 to 1916, born and lived in Skegness before joining the Royal Naval in 1893. Served with distinction in the Captain Scott's first Antarctica exhibition aboard RSS Discovery 1901 to 1904.